How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we're together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to know if you are doing the right thing. If you are not sure if the path that you're on is the right one for you, in this episode, we're going to talk about how to know and then how to move forward in a positive, expansive way. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want, and we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, you're going to say the word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy, and then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency, and then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear today to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you were surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. All right, so the idea of this question actually came from the Positive Mindset Facebook group. Somebody asked a question. They said that they had recently just come off medicine for anxiety and depression, and they were asking other people's opinion on that, meaning, does that affect your growth for healing? And I thought about that question because there is a lot of debate on those type of pharmaceutical things, and are they for our best interest? Do they truly help us? Do they stop us from growth? And I'm going to take a different perspective because I think it doesn't matter what the answer to that is. If you are finding something to be helpful to you, then just pause at that and really think about this. Every single thing is a part of this experience. Whatever path that you go on is a unique path that only you are on. There are going to be people that go down similar paths, but the one you're on is unique. And as that experience is being created, more and more energy is being created. Everything is expanding. We know that the universe is expanding, so why wouldn't all energy be expanding as well? So the question is not, is this good for us? Should I be doing this? I think the question is, how do we shine and provide light and healing in these situations? Whatever path you're on, whether you feel it's good or bad, is the opportunity for growth and development. If you are struggling during something, it's the opportunity for growth and development. Everything is happening for you. It's not happening, though, for you to achieve things in life. I'm not a fan of the saying, everything happens for a reason. So example would be, say you went to interview for a job that you want and you didn't get the job. I don't like the answer that everything happens for a reason, meaning that didn't work out so that something better can work out. I do believe that through the right energy work, the practice, preparation, a better opportunity can work out for you. And there's plenty of examples of people who didn't quit, kept moving forward, and then it looks like from the rearview mirror that those things didn't work out so that something bigger can. But I think about it more like this. Everything is happening for you. So if something doesn't work out or if something is difficult, it's up to you to learn and grow from that situation. It doesn't matter the result. Things are not meant to happen for you in this world. If everything was that way, your energy would be left alone. We should be separating our growth and our happiness and our fulfillment from accomplishments in the material and really focusing on our internal state. Because the material things are not going to provide true fulfillment. And that includes medication, that includes medical treatment, that includes your quality of life. All of those things, even though they can help, do not have to dictate your internal state. There are plenty of people that have terrible injuries. They are hurt. They can't walk. They can't breathe correctly. Like, there's so many people that are going through so much, yet they have inner peace. And they feel better, and their experience that they're having on this earth is more enjoyable than somebody that has the health that you would think they want. So everything is just for you to observe, learn, and grow. So if you're doing something and you're thinking, should I be doing this or not? You're thinking the wrong thing. What you should be thinking is, what is for me to learn while I'm doing this? What can I observe and how can I grow? If the answer to those questions makes you make a shift in what you're doing, then that's a positive growth. But it doesn't mean you have to stop something and start something else just because there's a stigma about it, just because somebody says you don't have to do this to be successful. Whatever path you're on is a path, and there is no right or wrong path. All there is energy that you're operating at. And for us, we want that positive energy. We want that high frequency, that love energy. And that's what I would consider right and wrong. Not that being low frequency is wrong. Wherever you are is where you're meant to be. But hopefully you're raising your frequency so that you're in that high power energy. You're close to love. You're close to source. You're close to God. That love frequency is just so powerful. And that's what we want. So if you're on medication, that's okay. Work on your perspective. Work on your mindset. Work on your internal state. If you're struggling with stuff at work, that's okay. Work on your mindset. Work on your energy. Work on how you're vibrating. Stop thinking about the what you're doing and think about how you're doing it. The what can distract you from your true source. What doesn't matter. You should feel just as good working the most low-paying, painful job with no respect, no recognition, as you do the opposite of that. Receiving all the money, receiving all the recognition, all the praise. Because neither one of those have anything to do with your internal state. Now, of course, it feels good to achieve things, to work hard for something and then experience it in this material plane. I'm not saying that that doesn't matter. That should feel good. And you should accomplish powerful things materially. But they should not dictate your internal state. You should feel just as good at the beginning. Now, you may not. This may be even making you feel worse. Like, okay, I'm struggling, or I have all these things and I am miserable. I am the problem. It is me. It's not. You are here right now. Every movie, which is what this is, an experience, every movie has a beginning, middle, and end. You are not at the end because you're listening right now. That means there's still time ahead of you. The journey has just begun. So the past, everything that you've gone through, is writing the story that you are about to go and achieve. The adventure that you're about to go on has been prepared for how many years it took you to get to right now. And there is no right and there is no wrong. It's just a unique experience for you. And that's the gift. Nobody else has the opportunity to be the most amazing version of them with your experience. You get to go out and be the hero of your film, wherever you're at right now. If you're just starting out, you're 18 years old, you're lost, maybe you just graduated high school, you're not sure to go to college or go to work, or maybe you're in college and you don't know if you should stay, or you're 45 and your relationship doesn't make sense, your kids are starting to grow, like you just feel lost in where you're at. Either way, you're at the beginning of a new adventure. This is all happening for you. This unique landscape of things was created for you to have this beautiful chance to learn and grow and raise your frequency. It's not about what you get physically. I don't know one person, and neither do you, that lived an entire life and then took their physical things with them, that took the material things they created with them past this experience. You're not any different, and I'm not any different. What you're doing does not matter compared to how you do it. Reflect. Be the light wherever you are. If you find yourself in a painful situation, I bet that is where light is needed heavily. And maybe you're thinking, okay, well, I can't be the healing for everybody. I'm struggling myself. Okay, maybe you can't be the healing today, but imagine 10 years from now, if you work on yourself, if you heal the things that need to be healed, if you're able to forgive what needs to be forgiven so that you can radiate in that high energy, and then you're able to relate to the people that are at where you are now, you can be the healing for them then. And since time is something we create anyway, you are truly becoming that now. So remember, it's not what. The what is not what we judge ourselves in. It's the how. And it's not that we need to judge ourselves in. It's just that's what we should be evaluating with who we are. So if you're taking medication and you feel judgment on that, let it go. Forgive whatever needs to be forgiven. If people are hard on you because of it, forgive. It's about your experience. It's about how you're going to conduct yourself going forward. Observe your situation, love and forgive, and then give that. Give love, give forgiveness so that you can receive love and receive forgiveness. As you raise your perspective, it will point you to which opportunity is next, to where you should go next. Like energy is going to attract like energy, even if it's not your fault. If you've been in an abusive situation or a toxic situation where you've been brought down, you think lowly of yourself because you've just been beat down by life and people, unfortunately, that's the energy you're radiating in. You're going to attract more of that energy. You're going to attract other things that want to be in that energy, whether they're creators of it or receivers of it. You've been a receiver of it up until this point, but it's time to shift. Your new story starts now. So start thinking, how am I handling myself? Not what am I doing? Not what's in my bank account? Not what does my health look like? What is my wayside? What do my friends look like? What does my job look like? Stop focusing on the what. Shift to the how. How is my frequency? How is my mindset? How is my forgiveness? How is my love? And work on those. It can be better always. Love, that frequency, has no end. It goes continually up and up and up. I don't believe I can even comprehend the highest form of love because it's just so pure. We just wouldn't understand it. But we can start to create it. You can forgive. You can love. You can separate yourself and view everything as an opportunity to grow and practice gratitude to make the shift. So stop pressuring yourself. Stop judging yourself based on what you're doing and focus how you do it. When you change your how, when you uplift that frequency, you will attract a new what. Your what will become exactly where you need to be. It will become the path for you to present and give the light. So let's work together, let's forgive one another, and be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode resonated with you and hopefully gave you some perspective that freed you from the what and gave you the power to focus on the how your energy is operating. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. If you are someone that's in business lending, I actually have a question and I would love your perspective on that. If you could shoot me an email at henry@vibeabundant.com. There's a link down below, or you can also message me on Instagram. I would really appreciate your perspective on something. And of course, if you want to just follow me in general, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. And then you can join the Positive Mindset Facebook community. More and more stuff coming from there. That's actually where this question came from. So I appreciate the thoughtful comments that have helped spark these great conversations. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.